Hey guys, this is Brett from Overtime Gaming once again with you today. Now, this video, we're going to be starting our series for Connected Careers in Madden 13. Now, if you've seen my background, you'll notice I'm a big Ravens fan. Now, over in here in England, it might seem a bit odd, but I am a huge Ravens fan. I love Baltimore. I've been there many times in the States. And I love Baltimore. It's really nice. I'm an Orioles fan as well, if it helps. It's a really nice place. I really like it. And I'm a big Ravens fan. Mainly because of Ray Lewis. I love Ray Lewis. I think he's a brilliant player. I know all his history and why some people don't like him. I don't blame you, but I love him as a player. Him and Ed Reed combination is fantastic. Now, the other reason I'm a Ravens fan is because of the movie Blindside. Last time I was in Baltimore, which was just before Blindside actually came out, I saw a trailer for it and it made me think, wow, that looks brilliant. And I straight away fell in love with Michael Orr. I knew Michael Orr through college anyway, because I have ESPNU subscription anyway, and I really like him. So he's probably one of my favourite Ravens players, actually. Now, obviously, I'm very happy right now. We just won the Super Bowl. I thought we were going to lose so badly, especially when those lights went out. It was horrible. But it just inspired me to start a new series. I was going to start as the Raiders because I wanted a rebuilding process and I like Run DMC and all of that. But I thought, no, I'm going to start with my Ravens. So I thought I'd get this underway. So let's get underway. Start my career. We're playing offline. We're going to be using the current rosters from the Super Bowl. So let's get underway. It's just loading. Now we're going to start as a manager. Now, shall I make a game face? I have got my game face on here and I've used it previously. No, we're going to go with John Harbaugh. Just because he has won us the Super Bowl and I don't really want to get him sacked. And I think he's a brilliant manager. I always have. So we're going to start as him. Salary cap on. We're going to do all Madden. But I am going to change the sliders up using Blue Ninja sliders from Operation Sports because I think they're a lot more realistic, especially for the minutes I play. They're a lot more realistic. And even on all Madden, you have those occasions where you blow teams out, and I don't like that. On my previous Connected career, I was actually the Ravens then as well. And I loved how close it was. Like, I lost the first game, and I thought, oh, these sliders are too hard. And then all of a sudden, the second game came along against the Eagles, and I thought I was going to get blown out then too. But I didn't. I actually won it on a last-second field goal, and that's the type of gameplay I want. I want it to be close like that. I want a chance to lose games. I don't want to just win every game. So we're going to have it like that. I'm going to play 6 minutes. Accelerated clock's going to be off because we are playing 6 minutes rather than a full length. Coach firing's on. Injury for now will be off because I'm going to skip the preseason games. I will make trades and cuts and everything like that, which will be on this episode. But I'm going to skip the preseason games because I just can't be arsed with them. They're meaningless and they bore me, in all honesty. So we're going to have that on. Trade deadline will be on, so will everyone trading. Sprint, auto sprint's off. So it's fill roster because I want to be in complete control. So let's start. Now, I have got a recruiting board, which is actually on my laptop right now. So I know who I want to trade for. Now, I am welcome to your ideas of who I should trade for, especially in one area. I want a new wide receiver. Now, I love the top 3 wide receivers. Let's have a look right now. I love the top 3 wide receivers in Bolden, Torrey Smith, who is actually my favourite Raven, and Jacoby Jones. But I want a 3rd/4th wide receiver. I don't know why I've gone that way. 3rd/4th wide receiver because I'm happy to move Jacoby Jones down to 4th. So if you guys have an idea of who I should trade for, just let me know in the comments below and what you reckon I have to give up to get him. I don't care about draft picks. I really don't, because by the time most teams are run by computer-generated players, I want to stop this series. I only like, really, the players that are real. So I trade away most of my draft picks anyway, which you'll see in a bit. If you don't like that, leave it in the comments, and I'm happy to change if people want me to do the draft properly and stuff. The one pick I don't want to trade away really is the 1st rounder. because that holds so much to it, value to it. And I quite like picking in the first round. That's the only pick I don't mind. Like in my old one, there was a UCLA cornerback, which I really liked and actually drafted him. But I probably will draft down on draft day for more value and even a player if one pops up. So unless there's a really big name wide receiver which you guys want, I'm not going to trade away my first draft pick. But I'm happy to listen to you guys if you want me to. So let me just get my draft board up on my Mac so I know who I'm trading away. Now, the first draft, I know what I can get him for. The first trade even, I know what I can get him for. And that's a 5th rounder. And it's not actually going to be this year's because that's going to go to another trade. It's going to be next year's first round draft pick. Now, this came about when I was watching the Super Bowl and noticed how slow our defensive line was. And it was awful. As soon as we lost Ngata, we had no speed whatsoever. So I want a good backup for speed. And this guy, you may or may not know him, but he is very quick. Everson Griffin. Let's have a look at his pace now. And you'll notice he is an 83 speed rating. And for a defensive lineman, that is very quick. And he's young too. He's only 24. So I'm going to trade for him. Let's see if we can get him. Let's get to my actions. Skip that, skip that, skip that, skip that, skip that. And they did accept it. So we got Everson Griffin, which was one of the guys I wanted. So let's take it off. Now, second trade. We all know Ed Reed. We all know he's a free safety. But if we have a look at our free safeties now, other than Ed Reed, who will retire in a couple of seasons, especially I have to offer him a new contract on this game. So once I've offered him that, he'll probably go out for another 2 years, and that's it. So I want a backup. And right now, we've got Considine, who I don't like, and he's 30 years old. And then we've got Emmanuel Cook, who I really don't like. I think he's a waste, in all honesty. If he's watching, I'm sorry, but I do. So I don't want him. So we're going to give up Considine. I know who I want. I want Raheem Moore from the Broncos. Now, he has underperformed so far as a Bronco, but I reckon I can get the best out of him. I play a lot of free position safeties anyway, because I like blitzing with my safeties, and Raheem Moore will give me that edge. So he'll get the experience he needs. So I'm going to get Raheem Moore. He's also, I want Trenton Holiday. I think it's Trindon Holiday. We all remember the 2 kick returns he's had against us. I think that gives me a good edge with him and Jacoby Jones returning kicks and punts. But also, I think he's a good 5th wide receiver. And when we look at my wide receivers now, you'll see why I want wide receivers. Other than these 3, none of them are very good. I don't like Doss. Streeter's a waste again. And none of these guys are very good. So I want to bring in some talent. And I'm going to give up a 4th rounder from this year and a 3rd rounder from next year. Well, actually, we'll go 4th and 4th first. Let's see if they accept that. Let's have a look. I don't think they will. I think I may have to give up a 3rd as well, and they will. So we'll go 3rd and 4th. Now, if you don't like any of these trades, let me know. There's obviously nothing I can do about them once I have traded, but if you don't like them, let me know. So I'm going to have to give up a 3rd and 3rd here, which I'm fine with. I like both players I'm getting, so 3rd round draft picks are pointless anyway. Well, except in real life. And I did, so I got 2 players I wanted straight away. Let me just take them off, and I have, good. The next player, we'll notice in the Super Bowl, again, how slow we were at defensive tackle. And on this game, we only have 2 defensive tackles, which isn't good for any team. So I want a new defensive tackle, one with speed preferably. And I know who I've got to give up, and that's Bobby Williams. It's pointless on this game anyway, he takes up a lot of cap space, and he's good trade value, but he's also 35. Not from the Bears, I want the Giants. No, the Jets, sorry. Giants is next trade. The Jets, and I want Ellis from them. But I don't want just Ellis because there's a talent gap there. I would like a 7th round pick. Well, I'd preferably like a 6th, but I doubt they'll give it me. I'll try. Let's have a look from next year. I doubt they'll give it me. I like this trade because... Oh, they did. So I got a 6th round pick out of that. That's good. I'm fine with that. So we strengthened up my defensive line again. Now, the last trade I'm going to make at the moment is for Jaquan Williams from the Giants. I like this player. I think he's very underrated. Remember him from the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl last year, where he actually forced fumbles, which helped the Giants win. But I also know him from college, and I think he's very, very, very good. And he just gives me that strength as a backup, not only for the outside linebacker position, which I know I've already got, but for a 4th middle linebacker, because I'm only actually going to carry 3 middle linebackers on my side. I reckon I don't have to give up a lot for him. I might offer a 5th round pick for this year, and let's see if we can get him for that. Oh, press the wrong button. And we did, so that's good. Right, so we got the players I want there. Before I end this video, I'll continue the rest of the preseason in the next video. I know I've done a lot of talking this video. I will let you know my plans for next. I'm looking to sign Pat Lee. I know he gets released every single time on this. Right around the 3rd week of preseason, because I want him to strengthen up my cornerback position, which we've got a bit of a lack of talent at. But I don't want to go out and trade for one, because I know the player I want is Werner from the Titans, and I know I have to give up a 1st round draft pick for him. If any of you know if I can get a good package for Werner, leave it in the comments below. Remember, on the Ravens and who I've already traded away. Let me know what I can give up for him, and I'll take it into consideration. The other players I would like to trade for are Delaney Walker and LaMichael James. I probably won't trade for LaMichael James, but Delaney Walker I'm really interested in. Now, he played brilliant in the Super Bowl, and I reckon I could play him as a defensive player at times as well. I think he's really good, and he's really strong. I like his versatility and everything like that, so I'm probably going to make a play for him, which I'll probably do in the next video, actually. The other player I want is a strong safety. Now, the strong safety we got now, other than Pollard, is awful. I can't even say his name. It's that bad. But I would like to bring back Zibikowski from the Colts. I really like him, and I really wish we hadn't let him go. I think he's a really strong player, especially as a backup. I think he's a good starter, but as a backup, he's fantastic. And I would really like to bring him back, so hopefully I'll do that. So we'll skip to next week, and then I'll end the video. So see if we won, which I hope we do, but again, it's pre-season, so I really don't care. And we'll start the next video off with me cutting players. So let's just see if we won, and then I'll end the video. And we got a trade offer, which I'll go through next video. No, we lost, so it's not the way we wanted to start, but it's better than nothing, isn't it, I guess. So thank you, YouTube. I'll see you next video, which I'll probably post the same day. I'll actually record on the same day anyway, otherwise I forget what I'm doing. So any ideas you've left in that video, I'll do in the regular season, which will hopefully be started by the 3rd video, which I won't record on the same day as these two. But peace out, YouTube. We're going into overtime.